star Jeries. I'm a professional personal stylist as well as a fashion blogger. And I know you guys have been to a couple other of my presentations talking about first measuring your body type, dressing for it, and then constructing your wardrobe around it with basics to really enhance the way you're dressing, the way you're feeling, and the way you're presenting yourself in daily life. Today I wanted to talk to you guys about a social issue that has been surrounding the fashion industry for decades. It's how models are getting increasingly more thin, not just on the runway, but also in magazines as well, and the implications that this has on our youth and women in general, even men. Today I'll be focusing on women, but I can tell you right now it's as real for men as it is for us. And I want to talk to you guys about the social issues and then bring up something that we'll debate on later, which is whether or not models should have BMI limits or minimums or weight minimums based on their height, things like that, and we can discuss that. I wanted to talk to you today about the new normal. So this girl that we see all the time, this girl that faces us on buses going by, on billboards, in the magazines we read, on the TV shows we watch. This is what our children are seeing today, and this is what's making us sick. These are just some examples of models, if you can see. Their legs are extremely thin, they're skeleton-like. Some of these pictures were from the 90s when heroin chic was the big fad. Today we are tending to go towards strong is the new skinny, and we're trying to reconstruct our mental images of beauty, but this is reality for most models. If they're 13, if their BMI is 13, they're considered heavier, like a Victoria's Secret model. That's crazy. I wanted to also bring up the results. So I know that I've struggled with chronic dieting since I was 8. I've been on diets my entire life. I've been in the entertainment industry since I was 2 years old. And it's a huge thing that I battle with every day, and I know a lot of girls do too. If I lose another pound, if I lose 10 pounds, I'll be happier, which just isn't the case. And I have some facts about the accurate representation throughout time of how we've decided that smaller is better. So in 1950s, mannequins were 34 inches at the hips. Now they're 31 inches. The average U.S. woman now is 5'4" and weighs 140 pounds. Most runway models meet the BMI physical criteria for anorexia, so they're not the average. 10 years ago, plus-size models averaged sizes 12 through 8, and now plus-size models are sizes 6 through 14. I'm a size 8'10", so think about that. 69% of girls in one study said magazine models influenced their idea of the perfect body shape. 47% of girls 5th through 12th grade, so that's where I was at, felt magazine pictures influenced them to want to lose weight. And I can tell you I wasn't the only one at my school on a diet. And thank God I didn't go to rehab like some of my friends. 29% of girls were actually overweight. So 47% wanted to lose weight and 29% were actually overweight. 50% of commercials aimed at girls spoke about physical attractiveness, while none of commercials aimed at boys referred to appearance. Maybe like the Axe commercials where you smell good and then girls follow you around. Each year, the average adolescent sees over 5,260 advertisements mentioning attractiveness. And this is where it gets scary. 90% of women overestimate their body size. 4 out of 5 women are dissatisfied with their appearance. 80% of women who answered People Magazine survey responded that women's images on TV and movies made them feel insecure. And now 10 million American women and 1 million men have eating disorders such as anorexia and bulimia each year. I wanted to show you guys a quick video of Jeries, who's known for her battle with anorexia and bulimia. She's Ellen DeGeneres' partner. We'll keep it quick.
We're back with a beautiful and talented Jeries. And before we get to the questions in the audience, I think it's interesting when you were at age 80 pounds and you looked in the mirror and you saw, like you said, you had the foresight to say, I gotta cover my arms. People think they're too thin, but you still found things wrong with your body when you were that.
Right. I mean, I think that there's that classic image of the anorexic girl looking into a
Do you see that? Look at her legs.
mirror and seeing a really heavy girl reflected back at her, and that's not really how it was for me. I looked in a mirror and I saw that I had very emaciated arms. I saw my bones, and I knew that I was underweight, but my eye went straight to the inch of fat that I still had on my stomach and the fat that I still saw on my thighs, and it still does. You know, that's kind of what I do when I look in the mirror. I go to those things
when
that I
you look
don't
in the
like.
mirror today, you see.
Well, when I look in the mirror today, I mean, I really do accept myself from head to toe. This is exactly the weight that I'm supposed to be. This is exactly what, I mean, it's like I realized it's taken me a long.
I'm gonna skip forward to her with Oprah.
Living your entire life, never feeling good enough about your body, never always feeling like if you weighed a little less somehow you'd be happier, your life would be better, is a horrible way to live. And it's a very short step from a full-blown eating disorder. But really the only way I recovered from my eating disorder and from chronic dieting was to never ever restrict any kind of food, not even portion size. And that really is the only way that food loses its power over you. If you can have something every day as much as you want, you tend not to want it as much anymore.
So she's a perfect example of what women are facing every day in all walks of life. And how do we fix this? It's the examples that are put forth. So I wanted to show you guys healthy examples, what our industry is doing positively. Victoria's Secret models actually have a fitness and diet plan online that's really healthy and balanced, and it talks about just doing your weights, but they're all wearing like full-blown makeup and stuff. But at least they're healthy and they're actually above those BMI levels. This is good examples. And then this is great. This is Dove Real Women Beauty Campaign, where real women are featured on billboards, and actually it had a big backlash from, well, men is what was shown, but I assume women and fashion designers as well. We like our models tall and skinny because our clothes look bigger and larger than life and alien-like, and it's different. But what effect is it having on our society? I just want to show you one more thing, and then we'll go into. This is from Dove. This is a campaign. No wonder our perception of beauty is distorted. So that's what I wanted to get across to you guys today. And the people who are fighting back against this are saying, but I want my models to look the way I want them to because my clientele looks this way. But that's not the case anymore. These aren't the women that we're dressing every day. So what should we do about it? Should we put a law in order? I know France did it, Brazil did it. They had special circumstances. They had them weigh in, kind of like fighters weigh in, and they tested their BMI and made sure it matched up. What do you guys think? What would you do? Anybody?
Well, I agree with
And then another thing that's brought up with this is they're getting younger and younger girls to be models because they're the only ones who can fit these images that we have, no curves, the really straight. I mean, we do have examples like Victoria's Secret and things, but true runway models are straight. That's what is usually wanted. So, do you guys think if you were designers, you would design for real women, or honestly? Yeah? Okay. That's good. And do you think it should just be runway or print as well? Both? Yeah, okay. I had a friend who did print photography, and he told me, do you know how long it takes me just to make their skin look healthy? I said, that's a problem. That means something's wrong. So just really fast, I'm going to quiz you guys. Do you remember how many women said that in People Magazine survey that the media icons made them feel uncomfortable? 80%. Yeah. And how many girls fit through 12th grade thought that they were overweight? Remember? 47. Yeah, 47%. And how many were actually overweight? 29. Yeah, like 29. So it's a big difference. Okay, so this is kind of cheesy, but I wanted you all to promise me one thing, please. That you love yourself, that you realize that you are perfect, and you are beautiful, men and women, just the way you are. Because we can all dress fabulously at any size and look wonderful. Any questions? Yes.
So are the Victorian models considered plus size?
No, they're not plus size because they're usually like a size 2 to 3, but they're tall. So 2 to 3 on a tall person is like really small.
So plus size today is size 6? Is that what you said?
Isn't that weird? Because I remember going shopping. Like my mom is plus size, and I used to like dress her when I was little. So she had to know. But like she was at Lane Bryant, and that's always 12 and up. You cannot find smaller than size 12 in there. So things are just changing. And then on Top Model, when they have girls on there who are like size 8, when they go to the clothing go-sees, there's no clothes for them, or they're in plus size clothes now, which like is completely different than what it was before. So sorry, there's not a lot of pros in this case, but it's just a really realistic issue.